Well, she went down.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
What do we have to say? Where are you from? What are you doing in Joe?
I'm from Hollywood, Florida. I'm here to just like, you know, to sort through this. I think this is a pretty interesting thing. Look, you got everything from Yitzhak Rabin here, right? You got some commodity traders almanac.
Who helps himself.
I'm looking from my journal here. I know it's an old lost journal in 1987. It could be around here somewhere, right?
What's your affiliation with Mr. Joe Franklin, King of Nostalgia?
Mr. Joe Franklin. I'm a big fan. He's an icon.
Joe.
Look at him. He's an icon. Don't you think?
You want
right?
Starbucks back?
Legend. I'm talking about legend.
You have any shtick you do here? Can you sing, dance, tell a story?
I was a top model.
Striptease or anything?
Top models don't do shtick. They look beautiful.
Really? what kind of a model were you? What did you advertise?
I've advertised toothpaste, tires. I advertised clothing. I did a lot of JCPenney, Coca-Cola. I did some Vogue covers.
Tom.
Yeah.
She was the #1 model in the world.
Hold on.
Debbie Dickenson, who wants to do a talk show with my guidance, was for several years, maybe for about 10 years, the most photographed model in all of the world. That combines all the Wilhelminas, all the Susie Parkers, and all those. And she still works 7 days a week modeling for the top companies in the world. But in her heyday, you had to pay thousands of dollars to get her on the cover of Vanity Fair or Vogue or any of those. So just know that you're talking to a lady who's more recognized in the street than most TV celebrities nowadays. And that's Debbie Dickenson.
And then, you know what they used to tell me?
Hold on.
You know what they used to say?
What?
Cheese.
That's
how you get a good boat cover.
I thought I saw you before. Maybe weren't you with Pete Seeger one time when I was with Pete Seeger?
No, I've seen his album covers.
But you never.
He's probably seen Joe Franklin's magazine covers. He's maybe seen mine, but
come on,
he's a very famous man.
What's the most outrageous thing you ever saw on a set when you were working?
The most outrageous, working with a raccoon that was kind of, testy.
Oh.
Yes, Joe.
I'm sorry.
Come in.
I've seen flashers, but the flashers, it's art class, it's anatomy.
Someone flashed you on the set?
There was somebody that went into a bar, right?
Right.
Okay. And the bartender serves him a drink, right? Mm-hmm. And he says to the guy, "Okay, sir, you got your coat on. You got to check your coat. We can't serve you unless you check your coat." So what happens is, he says, I don't want to check my coat. He says, "Okay, sir, I'm sorry, you have to leave." So the guy comes back, after they shuffle him out of the bar, and he comes back and he says, I like a drink. The guy says, "I'm sorry, you got to check your coat." So what does he do? He refuses to do that, and they have to escort him out of the bar. This is a true story. It happened at the River Cafe. So the guy comes back in after he goes out to his car, and he takes off all his clothes, and he puts the coat back on, and he leaves his shoes on, and he goes back into the bar, and he says to the bartender, he says, "Bartender, if I checked my coat, would you serve me a drink?" He said, "Absolutely." So he was bound to the contract. So the guy took his coat off, sitting at the bar, totally naked, right? And the guy says, "I'm sorry, sir, I have to serve you a drink, but you have to leave."
Very good. Be yourself as well as the anti-chat show with our famous, illustrious actress and former and present model. Your name?
Current model, Click Models. Debbie Dickenson.
Debbie Dickenson.
PR company owner, CEO, actor, entrepreneur, not a dilettante, and a happy-go-lucky person.
Very nice.
A single-parent mom.
All right, cool for you. I love you.
Cheese.
And we love Joe Franklin doing his special thing. And one of our stars has just arrived. Mr. Chang, where are you? Come out, Mr. Chang. Come out from there. Quickly.
That's
We're filming.
Is that Mr. Chang?
Are you familiar with Mr. Chang?
Don't you remember I
introduced him last time? What show were you on? What number?
Your show.
What number though? We have 30. We have 1 through 33. Which one were you on?
You had me. What do you call it? Saying who's gonna sing.
I want to sing about the Muna and the Juna and the Springer. Mr. Chang, Dave Chang.
I want the Muna and the Juna and the Springer.
I want to sing it. I want to dance it.
And the Juna and the Springer.
All right. All right. Hello.
Oh.
Good to see you.
I saw TV.
This is the United
You saw my
Nations.
TV, The Singing Lawyer?
Yeah.
Tom, what do you know about the singing lawyer, David Chang?
You know what part I liked in that picture when she's
Very famous, very famous. You saw him on TV? What show? My show?
I think so.
Yeah? You watch TV late at night? What are you doing up late at night? You know, sleeping?
No, I don't sleep at night.
Good, good. Me either. How you doing? What's your name, my friend?
Well, you.
For TV. Be Yourself As Well As Art, the Andy Chat Show.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Goodbye, darling. You say goodbye to
sweetie.
people on television?
Goodbye. Have a nice weekend and a very happy and a safe Thanksgiving. Okay?
Thank you, because this is the Thanksgiving show. Be Yourself As Well As Art with our famous star.
Well, it's a fabulous Joe Franklin's office.
Where can we find you, darling, if we need to find you?
You can find me at Click Models. You can find me on, there's a movie coming up in the spring called Co-op. You can find me. I'm also, Joe knows where to reach me.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Be Yourself As Well As Art with our famous actress. And your name again?
Debbie Dickenson.
Debbie Dickenson.
Nice to see you.
Well, Tom, it's my pleasure to be back on your very popular show, and I'll say what I've said many times, that we've all heard about Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Perry Como, Rudy Valley, but they all have to step way aside because the man we're about to hear now is going to be the new Elvis Presley, the new Beatles, the new everybody combined. When he sings, the world trembles. He's going to be the next big star. What's his name again? Oh, yeah. His name is David. David is my very favorite singer. He's my candidate for greatness in the year 2011. And I'm excited to hear this man sing once again. So, David, enjoy.
Good afternoon. Mr. Chang will sing this afternoon, tonight. Here he is. Give him a round of applesauce.
David Chang.
yourself first.
Okay, go ahead. I'm Doc Astro. I'm a friend of his, and he's very good, and you have a lot of shows he's did for years.
I hear you got a lot of shenanigans going on with you, Dr. Astro. What's your latest shenanigan?
The card on the ceiling, one of my highlights. Over there. Good afternoon. We're Joe Franklin's office, and Mr. Chang will sing his song tonight, this afternoon. Serious.
From West Side Story.
From the West Side Story.
Tonight, won't be just any night. Tonight there will be no morning star. Tonight, I see my love tonight, and for us I will stop where they are. Today the minutes seem like hours, the hours go so slowly, and still the sky is light. Oh, moon, grow bright, and make the endless day, endless night, tonight. Today the minutes seem like hours, the hours go so slowly, and still the sky is light. Oh, moon, grow bright, and make this endless day, endless night, tonight.
David Chang, how'd you like that, Joe? That was great, no?
I would say, when this man sings, the world comes close to extinction. Because we know that nobody ever could dare come near the timbre, the quality, the greatness, the richness, the resonance of this man's voice. He's the one. What's your name again?
David
Chang.
Chang.
Great. No, he's my favorite singer.
I have a come here over here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Joe Franklin, Memory Lane, and Mr. Astro, Doc Astro. What are you doing, Doc?
The best. He will do another song now. You ready?
What's another song?
Just
Be Yourself As Well As Art, the Andy Chat Show with Jimmy to do a couple of impressions.
All right, I gotta tell you something right now. A lot of people ask me to say, yo, Rocky, how come you never lose any fights in the movies? And I tell them that's because I'm good. Now I'm gonna introduce you to somebody else who has a little bit of a problem. People get him mixed up all the time. I don't know why they do this. They call him the Godfather. I don't get it either.
I don't understand.
1 second, Joe.
I'm just an old man. I never did anything wrong to anybody. People, they say negative things about me all the time.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chang will sing Speak Softly Slow.
I love the way you look down at your
Very
paper.
good.
Okay.
Very good.
Speak softly, love, and hold me warm against your heart. I feel your words, a tender, trembling moment start. Weighing a war, all very long, sharing a love that only few have ever known. Wine color day, warm by the sun, deep every night when we are one. Speak softly, line. There's no one here us but the sky. The vow love we make will live until we die. My life is yours, and all because you came into my world with love so softly, love. Wine color day, warm by the sun, deep while we lie when we are one. Speak softly that no one hears but the sky. The vow of love we make will live until we die. My life is yours, and all because you came into my world with love so softly, love.
Very nice. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That was the best I've ever seen. What do you think?
More.
More.
More
Go
than the... Oh,
Give us your joke, you son
all
of a
right.
gun.
It's a long one.
How long?
It's about 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Folks, this is the greatest joke I've ever heard in my life. I've heard thousands of jokes. If you don't think this is funny, you better go to the doctor and check this out. Okay. This couple, they've been married for 10 years. They can't have a kid. They told one of their family friends, and he says, no problem, no problem. I know this specialist. You go to him. She'll get pregnant. All right. The two of them. They go to the specialist. He says, no problem. Here, take these bronze pills 3 times a day for 3 weeks. Come back. I'll give you a test. You should be pregnant. Okay. She did that. After the 3 weeks, she goes back to him. He gives her a test. She's not pregnant. He goes, oh, it's a little bit tougher than I thought. He goes, all right. Here, take these silver pills. Take them 4 times a day for 4 weeks. Come back after the 4 weeks, you should be pregnant. She does that. He gives it a test. She's not pregnant. He can't believe this. He goes, all right, I'm pulling out all stops now. Take these gold pills 5 times a day for 5 weeks. Come back. I'll give you a test. You should be pregnant. Okay, she did it. She goes back in 5 weeks. Guess what? She's pregnant. This is wonderful. Okay, 9 months go by, and she feels that it's going to happen. And she tells her husband, oh, John, I think this is the night. This is the night. So he drives her to the hospital. Now, this hospital isn't an ordinary hospital. In this hospital, there are no female nurses. There's only male nurses. And they all used to play, they all were offensive linemen for the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. The least any of them weighs is 250 pounds, and the most any of them weighs is 350 pounds. And the doctor himself is not exactly starving. Okay, so she feels it's happening. It's coming on. She's screaming and yelling. The doctor goes over. All right, he bends down, goes to pull. Now, instead of him pulling backwards, he gets pulled forwards. He goes, I need a little help over here. So one of the big former offensive lineman nurses, male nurse, he puts his arm around the doctor's waist, and the two of them are pulling. Now, they pull backwards, but they get pulled forward again. He goes, to make a long story short, it got to the point where all 50 of the male nurses and the doctor, they formed like a conga line with their arms around each other's waist, and they're all pulling to get the baby out. So finally, after an hour of this, the doctor can't take anymore. He bends down, he looks inside, and he says to the baby, what's wrong with you? Why don't you come out? And the baby says, fuck you, I ain't coming out. There's a gold mine in here.
Get out of here. What do you think about this, Astro? What are you going to do?
Thank you.
You going to use them in your next
Good.
show or
You can
what?
use that. That went over like a fart in church. That's pretty good.
Go ahead.
you want.
Tell the story. Go ahead.
I was in Mount Vesuvius for 12 hours, got stuck on the bus. The guy never came back. He met a girl. We're stuck on Mount Vesuvius. When I did get the bus, it even had seat belts on it. It was a Mercedes bus going down the hill. Hey, Joe, you want to buy a watch? It was unbelievable. I'm serious. We're going down. I can smell the brake fluid. I'm serious. Going around, there's no guardrails. Mount Vesuvius, you're way up there now. 12,000 feet. It was so high. You walk 50 yards, you can't even breathe. I'm serious, sir. It was unbelievable, and I had fun.
All right, let's get the introduction.
Okay, the introduction. Now, Mr. Chang will be here. We're singing April Love, ladies and gentlemen.
Formerly Papoon.
Mr. Chang.
April love is for the very young. Every star is wishing star that shines for you. April love is all the 7 wonders. One little kiss can tell you this is true. Sometime an April day will suddenly bring showers. Run to grow the flowers for her first bouquet. But April love can slip right through your fingers. So if she's the one, don't let her run away. Sometime an April day will suddenly bring showers. Run to grow the flowers for her first bouquet. But April love can slip right through your fingers. So if she's the one, don't let her run away.
Very nice. That was very nice. That was very nice. What do you think about that? That was good. Terget Terzir, our famous international star, is here. He's enjoying the day with Mr. Chang and Dr. Astro
And his crew.
and his crew. How do you feel about Joe Franklin's office, Mr. Terget Terzir?
Great.
Terget, he's looking for a small job in the computer industry or any other industry. You also can translate Turkish and other things. So if you need to see Terget Terzir, you come to Joe Franklin's office, you can find him. Be yourself as well as our Joe Franklin.
Okay, I'm here to introduce the great David Chang, and he will sing that wonderful song from Cats called Memories. Go ahead, David.
Segment 673.
Memory, turn your face to the moonlight. Let your memory lead you. Open up, enter in. If you find there the meaning of what happiness is, then a new life will begin. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at old days. Life was beautiful then. I remember a time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory again burn all in for smoky days. The cold smell of morning. A street lamp dies, another night is over. Another day is dawning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin. Sunlight through the trees in summer, endless masquerading. like a flower as the dawn is breaking. The memory is fading. Touch me, it's easy to leave me all alone with the memory of my day in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. Look, a new day has begun.
Very good. That was David Chang. Well, I mean, what do you think about that, huh, Joe? That was the best, right, Joe? Whoa, Joe. How did you think about that?
I'm breathless. I'm like Jerry Lewis. I'm breathless.
Gentlemen,
Keep on calling. He wants pictures.
good afternoon. I got 2 ordinary handkerchiefs here. You could even borrow from the audience. What I'm going to do is tie a square knot for you. For those of you who've been in the Navy, Army, Coast Guard, or Marines, you know the square knots are the hardest knots to take it apart. It's almost impossible. I'm going to tie a square knot for you. One goes underneath the other one, one underneath, and one over the top. And you pull these tight. It's impossible to take them apart unless you perform a miracle. Watch, 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 watch. I'm going to take the red handkerchief and cover the yellow handkerchief. And pay attention because it's impossible to take this apart, as I mentioned before. But magically what I'm going to do, right here, I'm even going to make it a little bit more difficult, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tie it into a deeper knot. Now watch. I've been doing this for a long time. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
And watch, it ties itself magically by itself.
Oh, hey, what happened with that? That was pretty damn good.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Astro is available for any kind of functions, fundraisers.
Weddings, divorces, annulments, and shack-ups.
Isn't that funny?
Just kidding.
And you know, the occasional barbecue.
Okay, very good.
Mr. Astro, be yourself as well as art.
Thank you.
Sailing, huh?
We're back with the great David Chang again. And this time he's going to do, from the movie, An Affair to Remember, An Affair to Remember.
Hold that up, let me see that. An Affair to Remember, we got the video, we got the DVD, we got the jammy whammies.
Well, listen, I miss you. Tell me good news, kid.
All affair
Already,
is a wondrous thing.
I
The weary joy in remembering. Our love was born with our first embrace, and the page was torn of the time and space. Our love affair, may it always be a flame to burn through eternity. So take my hand with a fervent prayer that we may live and we may share our love affair. To remember.
David Chang, a singing lawyer. He got me out of jail 4 times. The 5th time I had to stay in. Be yourself as well as art. The anti-chat show at Joe Franklin's office.
take a piss,
Thank you.
know? So she goes in the bathroom and she turns on the faucet very, very loud so they wouldn't hear the noise, you know what I mean? So next day he calls everything.
Hello, I'm here with Joe, the famous drummer and musician from West Africa. Famous above all in all. He's been on Joe Franklin's show and he's an old friend of a famous man, Satchmo. What do you got to say today?
All right, I'm going to give you a song of Louis Armstrong.
Okay.
Yeah, when destined, yeah, go marching in. Where the saints go, out marching in. Lord, I want to be in the number again. Yeah, where the saints go mountain. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
All right.
God love you, Joe. All right. God love you, Joe.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait, you gotta wait. Go.
Okay. Now? Okay.
Hello, Daddy. This is Louis. Daddy, it's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell. Daddy, I can tell. Daddy, you're still blowing all night long.
Hello, this is Joe Franklin, as in Memory Lane Joe Franklin, just reminding you that Be Yourself as Well as Art is now seen on Channel 34, Tuesday nights at midnight. I've been on the show myself, I've seen the show, and I think it's a fascinating potpourri of what to do, what's happening around town, so make a note, Tuesdays, Channel 34, midnight, Be Yourself as Well as Art, and you will thank me for this recommendation, and I thank you for watching this announcement. See you soon.
Thank you, Joe. Be Yourself as Well as Art with Joe Franklin. Bundeskriminalamt, right?
Yeah, Bundeskriminalamt.
Yeah, I was in the Tanztheater Festival in Hannover.
Oh yeah? What did you do there?
I danced and I was an MC for a piece called Frankula.
Oh really?
It's a combination of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Marquis de Sade, and my own writing.
Uh-huh.
That's well before I met Joe, right, Joe? You know I was a Schauspieler, right, Joe?
So grab yourself a cocktail.
Hoi, oi gavoy. She was a real shiksa, right, Joe? Joe, what's a shiksa? It's not exactly German, but a shiksa is Yiddish. What's a shiksa, Joe?
Great man.
What's a shiksa? Come on. If I said, hey, she was a real shiksa, what does that mean?
I know how to say Brazier in German.
I'm not going to take the line. Go ahead.
Stop and proof up.
All right. What's the line we say to our girlfriends and sweethearts at Christmas?
May you live as long as you want, and may you never want as long as you live.
And may they never meet is what the truth is. Mr. Chang?
Yes?
Could you please turn for the camera here 1 second?
Yes. Oh,
Mr. Chang,
right.
we're going to be here hearing memory later on with Mr. Chang. He's here, he's introducing a little Frankie, a little this, a little that. And also, if you ever get in trouble, Mr. Chang will come and get you out of jail. You know why? He is the singing lawyer.
Yeah, that's what Joe Franklin says. I'm a singing lawyer.
Joe, how many times did he get you out of jail?
4 times.
4.
What about the 5th time?
Couldn't do it.
Oh, gee.
Couldn't do it. That's why I'm retired.
I'm Joe.
You know what kind of a suit a lawyer wears?
What?
A lawsuit.
Joe Franklin, a big fan of Eddie Cantor. And Joe Franklin's not quite as, risque as Eddie Cantor, but, he's working his way up there, right?
I bet you dingle.
All right, Joe Franklin, Be Yourself as Well as Art, the anti-chat show with the most famous television talk show host in the world.
We got a very prominent young actress in the room, just back from a world tour.